last class we studied about balance sheet of a bank. Today we can study about limits to credit creation and money multiplier. Okay, here we can study about how banks are giving loans. Okay, then we know the main controller of all banks is Central Bank of India or RBI. RBI decides a certain percentage of deposit which every bank must keeps as reserve. That one we are calling as cash reserve ratio. Means suppose one bank is giving 100 rupees as loan, then bank must keep some amount as reserve ratio or required reserve ratio. That one we are calling as cash reserve ratio. Then what is cash reserve ratio? Percentage of deposit which a bank must keep as cash reserve with the bank. Okay. Then every bank must keep some amount with RBI. Okay, means amount with RBI and amount with themselves also. Okay. Then apart from CRR, banks are also required to keep some reserve in the form of liquid, or liquid means in the form of money. This ratio is called statutory liquidity ratio. Means liquid form they need to keep some amount. That one is the statutory liquidity ratio. Okay. Here one example is there. Suppose CRR is 20% with deposit of 100. Then 100 rupees, 20% means 80. Then our bank will need to keep 20 rupees as cash reserves. Only the remaining of 80 rupees only can be used to give as loan. Suppose bank have 100 rupees, 20% is CRR, then bank need to keep 20 rupees with bank and 80 rupees they can provide as loan. Okay, if it is 1000 rupees, they need to keep, how much they need to keep? 200 rupees they need to keep with themselves, and 800 rupees they can give as loan. Okay, then you can see one example here. Here deposit in bank 100 rupees, 1% deposited 100 rupees. Then bank required reserve is 20%. Then it is 20 rupees. Then how much they can make it as loan? 80 rupees they can give it as loan. Okay, then here we can calculate this 100 plus 80, 180. Then required reserve is 36. Means 180, 20%, how much it is? 36. And but still it is only 100 is there. We are calculating as 180, but still it is, how much is there? 100 is there. That reason it is 64. Like this multiplier system is there. Okay, here you can see in last it is 500 and 100 rupees they need to keep with themselves, and 400 they can provide as loan. Okay, here assets you can see the reserve 100, deposit 100 plus 400, liabilities 500. Okay, here loans 400, total 400 plus 100, 500, and total means asset should be equal to liability. This one is the balance sheet of a bank. Okay, here you can see M1 equal to currency plus deposit equal to 0 plus 500. Then we know CRR means cash reserve ratio, money multiplier equal to 1 divided by cash reserve ratio. That would we can write it as 1 divided by 20%, 1 by 0.2 we can write it as 5. Okay, thus reserve of rupees 100 creates deposit of rupees 5. Rupees 5 into 100, then it will be 500. Okay, this is the money multiplier system. Means we need to add that amount and we can find out this multiplier. Okay, then what are the policy tools to control money supply? We know Reserve Bank is the only institution which can issue currencies. Okay, we know that is the apex authority. Okay, Reserve Bank is the apex authority. Then this RBI is ready to lend money to banks, and that reason we are calling it as lender of last resort. Okay, then central bank provides some funds for various institutions. Means suppose some banks are in crisis, central banks will provide funds for that one. Then, and due to this, central bank is said to be the lender of last resort. Okay, the RBI controls money supply in the economy various ways. Okay, quantitative and qualitative measures are there for controlling money supply. Quantitative measures are there, qualitative measures are there. Quantitative means related to quantity, and qualitative means how they can control, like credit system, agricultural finance, like that, how they can control this banks. Okay, then quantitative methods means bank rate, open market operations, cash reserve ratio, statutory liquidity ratio. These are the RBI's quantitative methods that we already studied. Then qualitative methods means margin requirements, regulation of consumer credit, control through directives, credit rationing, direct action, moral suasion, publicity. These are the qualitative, means related to quality. Central bank will control. That one is the qualitative measures. Okay, then we can go through first one, bank rate. What is bank rate or open market operation? Then that open market operation is an important tool for controlling the money supply. It is a quantitative measures. Open market operation refers to buying and selling of bonds issued by the government in the open market. Means buying, RBI sells government securities to contract the flow of credit, and RBI buys government securities to increase the flow of credit. Okay, that one is the open market operation. Means RBI purchases securities from the banks and public, it increases the volume of credit in circulation. Like that, it decreases the volume of credit also. Okay, this purchase, through this one, RBI controlling the money supply in the market. Okay, that one is the open market operations. Means selling bond by RBI. These are the money market operation. Then another thing is repurchasement agreement or repo rate. What is repo rate? Repo rate is the rate, interest rate. Here you can see repurchase rate or repo rate. The repo rate is the rate of interest charged by RBI on commercial bank borrowings from the RBI for a very short period. Means the interest rate which at the money lent, that one is called as repo rate. Okay, means RBI, we know RBI will give loans, that repo rate is the interest rate charged by RBI to the commercial banks borrowing from the RBI. That one is the repo rate. Then what is reverse repo rate? Reverse repo rate is the rate used to rate of interest provided by the RBI for a short period of time for commercial banks with the RBI. Okay, then a reverse repo rate is used by the RBI to absorb the liquidity in the economy. Means by lowering repo rate, RBI injects liquidity in the banking system, and increasing reverse repo rate, it absorbs the liquidity. Okay, that one is the repo rate and reverse repo rate. The rate at which the money is withdrawn in this manner is called reverse repo rate. Then repo rate is there, reverse repo rate is there. The Reserve Bank of India conducts repo and reverse repo operations, various maturities overnight, 7 days, 14 days, etc. This type of operation have now become main tool of monetary policy. Okay, then repo rate, reverse repo rate, this one is the main tool of RBI. Then another one is bank rate. What is bank rate? Bank rate is the rate at interest charged by the RBI for providing funds or loans to the banking system. Means this is also known as discounting rate. Banking system includes commercial, cooperative banks, industrial development bank, export-import bank, and other approved financial institution. Funds are provided either through lending directly or rediscounting bills of exchange. Increase in bank rate or increase in the cost of borrowing by commercial banks result in the reduction of volume of credit. Means this bank rate means the rate at which RBI gives loans to commercial banks. That one is the bank rate. Okay. Here, if bank rate is expensive, it is more, means automatically volume of loans will be less. Okay. Then that one is the repo rate, bank rate. Okay. Next one, here we studied about demand and supply of money. In that one we studied about the transaction motive. In last class we studied about transaction motive. What is transaction motive? Means people need money for transaction purpose. That one is the transaction motive. That equation we can write it as demand for money. MD means demand for money for transaction purpose equal to K into T. K is a positive fraction. T is the transaction in the economy over a period of time. Then this one is the transaction demand for money equal to K into T. Okay. Then here you can see the velocity of money. The number of times a unit of money changes hands during the unit period is called velocity of circulation. Means how many times this money changes the hands. That one is the velocity of circulation. Here you can see that equation 1 by K into transaction demand for money equal to T, or T means transaction flow where the demand money transaction. Okay. Then or velocity of transaction demand of money equal to T, transaction of money. Okay. Then here you can see one equation. Here it is transaction demand for money equal to KPY. Means Y is the real GDP, P is the general price level or the GDP deflator. Here we know Y is the real GDP and P is the general price level, or transaction demand equal to K into PY. K means we know it is a positive fraction. Then another demand, we know speculative demand is there, transaction demand is there. That one already we studied in last class. Here you can see